Dear Mayor Dosfield, I've still yet to sell any potions, and recently Rhesus has been bitten by a ghost or something like that. And now he lies unconscious in a bag. However, we did make the ghost disappear by beating it with glow sticks, or glowing sticks. Nonetheless, we decided we should bring Buddy with us instead of abandoning him alone, just to wander around a cold, desolate castle, all by himself. He is a bit clumsy, but he acts with good intentions. Kinda reminds you of someone, huh? Well, back to the main point of this letter. As mentioned, I haven't sold any potions yet. But worry not, we are heading to Cryophoros to find a healer for our unconscious friend, and surely there will be someone who will buy some potions. That's it for now. Kindest regards, Galdric Gullibly.
Welcome to Lost in Asteria, a D&D podcast with a serious story about silly people. My name is Vilas, your DM, and I'd like to introduce you to the players of the game.
Hello, my name is Mikkel. I'm playing the character Rhesus Plas, a necromancer who is cheerful to the bone and with a smile that shines even in the darkest crypt.
Hi, my name is Morten, and I play the Union Secretary / corpse-stealing monk named Silas Hirodo.
Hey guys, my name is Simon, and I'm playing Charles of Stonehaven, a human fighter trying his best to win his father's approval.
Hi, I'm Anna. I play Arikas, a bratty, snarky half-elf rogue who should probably be working on her attitude.
Hi, my name is Chris, and I'm the Zodiac Master.
Hi, I'm Chung. I play Galdric Gullibly, an exiled human cleric who's on his path for redemption so he might return home someday.
Now that was everyone, and let's get right into the story. Alright, so you just woke up from your long rest. You can see from examining your bag of holding that the ice-cold hill giant body is starting to unfreeze.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like taking meat out of the freezer. So you have something to look forward to. Then also, next to the hill giant body, you see Rhesus, who's just like squished up next to it. And he seems still also to be unconscious, but alive.
Are we all seeing it, or is Silas the only one seeing it?
I assume Silas would be the one to check.
Yeah.
Yeah, as the medical specialist.
So I'll check and I'll not mention anything.
Okay.
I'll just say it seems fine with Rhesus in there.
Okay.
Like he's as he was. I don't really know what's going on, but yeah, we have him quarantined in the bag, so I think that's quite good.
All right. As you look outside, it is still dark. As you come to realize when you are in the Frost Clan's land, the sun never rises or settles. It's always dark.
I take out a stick and cast light on it, so we have a new...
You have a new light source to go on. Perfect. All right. You have a hint that the next stick you might be looking for could be in Cryophoros, the major city in this region. You just woke up. You're at the entrance of the castle. What do you do?
Is there like one of those like wooden signposts where there's like Cryophoros this way?
Yes.
Okay. That's nice. Convenient.
Do we know anything if they would accept hill giants?
Roll history.
5.
You have no idea. Maybe they love them. Maybe Cryophoros is only hill giants.
Otherwise, we could find a butcher in Cryophoros and then sell some of the meat.
Meet there.
Hey, buddy, have you met other people besides us?
Yes. I've met other small people.
Were they friendly towards you?
No. They attacked me with sticks, but they were very weak, so it didn't hurt at all.
Okay.
But it was annoying, so we moved out of the way because of the throwing of the sticks.
Okay, but I asked if you met people from... Oh, no? Never mind. Thank you for sharing.
Thanks for the conversation.
I imagine you two are best friends now.
yeah, exactly. All right. There's a sign that says Cryophoros this way.
I guess we're walking that way.
Yes, you are. Good.
Before we're doing anything else not related to the crests.
I think Vilas said in Cryophoros, the main city in the north, there are aurora sirens that pray and deal with the aurora light and see it as their god. Because I took some notes.
I was going to say someone took notes. Great. Yes, there indeed are. The aurora sirens are the protectors or the citizens of Cryophoros. And they are not hill giants. So,
they probably don't like hill giants.
Could be.
But he's like a pet, so he can't diss people for their pets.
Isn't that kind of hurtful to call him a pet?
Okay, I think, so we need to be careful here because Buddy has a learning disability and we need to treat it as such, actually. And so you're right, I shouldn't have called him a pet.
Well,
because that's rude.
A learning disability, I just think that's how the hill giants are. So it's very offending that you think that all hill giants have a learning disability then.
Okay,
it's just
you're right.
how they are.
No, you're right. It's not. Okay, then it's not a disability for hill giants. But I'm sorry, how much do you know about hill giants other than how to get rid of them? Because
I don't know how to get rid of them. We have Buddy with us. So I'm very bad at getting rid of hill giants.
Okay, but how much do you know? Like maybe there are intelligent hill giants. You don't know that. He's our friend and he's with us, and these people are gonna treat us with respect, right?
No. I think it's very naive to think that people are gonna respect us for having a hill giant with us if they have problems with hill giants.
Otherwise, we can just drop him off by some horses or something outside the city walls.
Maybe, and I whisper this so Buddy doesn't hear. So maybe we could also just sell the corpse and then do the Pokemon strategy.
But you still need...
strategy.
Yeah.
That's the official name.
Let's do that.
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah. Okay, we are going to the city.
So, you just left the castle. You have Buddy with you, your pet giant, and you're on your way to Cryophoros. At this point, you still have roughly 20 minutes to go before you arrive there. And Silas suddenly feels something is shaking in his back.
Oh no, is the hill giant coming back to life?
I thought it was that.
No, I reach into the bag. Can I stick my head in, actually?
Well, yes.
And look at what's happening.
Well, normally no, but since I buffed the shit out of the bag of holding, then yes, that's definitely an option.
Okay, I'll stick my head in and see if I can see what's moving.
But isn't it dark inside?
That's
like
true.
we can't fuck with physics.
No,
Can I get one of your
one
glow
thing we don't fuck with.
Yeah.
But again, it has a switch inside, so maybe there is a light.
No.
What about
Right.
one of...
Can I get one of your glow sticks?
Yeah.
It's not a light switch.
So I hand him a stick which I've casted light on.
All right.
So I will try to put my right arm with the glow stick and my head inside the bag of holding and see what happens.
Okay, so I suppose in the bag of holding you'll see, first off, a large frozen dead giant's arm, and then, maybe Mikkel, you'll take it from here. What does he see?
See Rhesus stuck partly in the rest of the hill giant, which is in the bag, but in his armpit, trying to get out, but still too weak to get himself out of there.
But I can see her moving and sort of...
Like, when you try to push yourself up from something. So he's trying to do a dips, but he's very weak.
Silas, what do you see?
I still have my head in the bag.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, so I don't really respond to you. I just look at Rhesus and I try to... I don't know, actually.
Wait, how does physics work in here?
Because how far away am I? Like, what is going on here? Like, is my head in the armpit as well?
This was not supposed to be complicated at all.
Yeah.
Okay, since I buffed it, then it's quite a large space. It's like a large tent.
Okay.
Okay, Rhesus yells out, hit the switch and put it upside down.
I try to hit the switch if I can find it. Can I see it?
You can.
Okay. Yeah, I'll hit the switch.
The second you do so, you have to roll a dexterity saving throw. Because now this large tent-sized bag becomes a very, very, very small handbag, which means that all the stuff is getting pushed out with the corresponding force.
15?
That will make sure you take half damage. It's because there's so much stuff that's pushed out in your face directly, and your face is covering the whole entrance. So there's no other place where all the stuff can shoot out. And I would say, let's say, what's a large die? Oh, this one is large. Let's roll that. All right, so you take half of you take 7 damage. I rolled 14.
Wow, is that
it's
7
D20.
half 14?
Yeah.
Nice.
What is going on?
Math.
Yes. So you take 7 damage as the dead body of a hill giant and your friend Rhesus pulls out and shoots you directly in the face. And for the rest of you, you just see that obviously Silas is getting pushed away from the back, and suddenly Rhesus is just like being shot out like a cannon.
Can I somehow react to the fact that he hit the switch? So, like, can I respond to it in a way where I can get a body to look away?
You can. I'm not sure. You can respond. You can respond verbally to what's happening.
Yeah, but I want to do it before when I see that he flicks the switch. I want to do it as soon. Do I notice that he's gonna hit the switch so I can do something, or it's already too late?
I feel like that would be very unlikely.
One more physics thing about this bag of holding.
Yeah.
Is sound muted from within to without? Like, so they don't hear him yelling that I have to hit the switch. And I can't hear Goldrick saying what's going on in there. Like, is sound...
Okay, this is... Okay. Simon, roll a perception check.
Okay.
If you do higher than 14, I will give you a reaction.
22.
Crap. Okay. You realize that Silas is reaching for the switch inside the bag. What do you do?
Oh, hey, buddy. Did you see that frog over there? Come.
What?
Let's check out that frog. Looks like a cool frog.
All right. Roll... I don't know, deception.
What if I actually saw a frog?
Persuasion.
DM's ruling, there's no frog there.
That's fine. 20. Not net. But,
Okay. A frog? You got Buddy's full attention as he's pulling away his view from whatever was going on there. So he has his back turned against Silas with the bag of holding as Rhesus and the dead hill giant shoots out from the back. And you all now see Rhesus lying there. You look rather pale. Normally you have like this bright, vibrant purple skin. And while it's still purple, it's a lot more grayish than it normally is. So you're not looking too well. That's what I'm trying to say.
I don't feel so good.
Holy Rhesus, you're alive!
Dark.
No. You can't use that. You don't have the copyright for that. Cut.
Rhesus, you're alive!
I don't feel alive.
Maybe stay over there.
You smell a bit. Like,
I cast...
giant.
Giant armpit.
Galdrick touches his shoulder and casts Cure
No.
Wounds.
Okay.
From afar, just...
Wait, what?
His fingers is barely touching him.
Argus just
Wait.
tapes it a few steps back.
And cast...
You're casting cure wounds from afar.
No, just the arm's reach where the tip of my fingers are touching him.
I touched him
Just the
from
tip.
afar.
As far as I
Okay,
can.
I hear what you're saying. How much do you heal him for?
13.
14.
Can I, like, recognize different signs of... Like, I knew it was the plague back then, but I don't think I knew, like, anything. Can I recognize anything about his condition
You
by now?
have met
or-
a few people who were infected. It's not like you have only dealt with corpses of this type of disease. So you know the sort of steps a patient will normally go through before they end up dead. So you realize that he's showing early signs of the sickness. So he's at step 1 out of 5. And of course, since you're the doctor and the medical specialist here, I'm sure you will know what the different steps are
Of course.
of this sickness, and you'll be
Yeah.
able to
We'll
enlighten
take
the
them
rest
as
of the
soon as
group.
he shows them. When the DM describes it, I'll say that's step 2, and then we'll take it from there.
Oh, what is step 1?
Step 1 is a clear change in skin color. So your eyes are baggy and your skin is not only pale but also dry. Yeah.
So, Silas, how contagious is this?
Well, I think most people I've met with this eventually died.
What?
I've met a lot of people with the disease. I don't know how many I've met that actually got the disease.
Right. So you don't know.
No, that's what I'm trying to say, yeah.
Why are you guys looking at me like that?
Well,
But I have some methods that I would like to try. Can I like forage and see if I can find any like leeches or stuff like frogmen. Like he mentioned a frog. Is there like
Can we see an actual frog now?
I think I have to remind you, you're walking in like a glacial landscape
maybe some
with frost and ice and snow.
leeches? This is D&D.
Roll nature.
18.
That's pretty good. Okay, here's what I'll do. You find a small pond that has been frozen over. And inside this pond, you see various creatures and animals that are frozen in the ice. And you find some leeches frozen in the water.
Okay.
But they are still frozen, so you have to heat them up somehow.
Does anyone have a knife? Can you cut this out? Arikas?
Yeah, sure. But just keep that one at a distance.
Sure.
And I think Aricus will go and try and, I don't know, stab a bit at the ice.
Yeah.
But tests it first. Like, can she see how deep it might be under there?
No, you can't see how deep it goes. It looks to be like... Okay, I did describe it as a pond, but it is a rather deep pond.
All right. So she'll be, like, sitting on the edge and trying to chop without putting her full weight on it.
Okay, roll dexterity.
Is the lake completely frozen solid or just the upper layer?
No, it's very much frozen solid. So there's no real danger of flying through it.
11.
11 is very good. You're able to like get a large chunk of leech out of lake. So you have like this rather inconvenient size ice block with a leech inside of it.
Yep. And Aricus just sort of like throws it a bit on the ground.
Yeah, to keep
and
your
like
distance.
washes their hands and is like, well, there
Thanks.
you go.
We just have to heat this up and then get the leeches on him, and then we'll see what happens.
So, as a reminder, there's no oxygen in the air in the mountains of Asteria. So, the only material you have that can actually generate heat is thermite. Unless you want to use any kind of spells.
I cast Sacred Flame on it.
Sacred Flame.
It's a radiant.
Yes, I think we agreed on earlier that that's technically not fire.
Yes.
But it hurts like fire.
No worries. So roll damage. To be able to defrost it, you just need like 4 damage.
That's a 7.
7 is fine. You heat it up, but that's also not too much, so the leech doesn't like get burnt. It's the perfect amount of damage. You freeze up the leech and it starts like squirming around.
I grab it and I play. Where did we know where he was bitten? Did I remember that? Maybe I did, because I wanted to place it on the bite.
Neck.
It was the neck, yeah.
Yeah, so I tried to place it near the original source of contamination.
Ooh, cold.
Yeah.
And just leave it there, too.
I'm not
This should
sure.
work.
I don't know what to say. Yeah, okay. So first of all, you will take some damage for the leech sucking the blood from your body.
Hit
so
me.
that'll be 1d4. You can roll that yourself. And I will say for every hour and for every leech connected to you, it's a 1d4.
What? Would I get better?
We'll see.
We'll leave the one leech for now.
Yeah. So let's just leave that bad boy on there.
I took 3 damage.
Yeah. Buddy goes, I don't see the frog.
Oh, maybe it ran over there.
Oh. And you see Buddy's running over.
Guys,
And he approaches the pond and he just smashes through the ice. He doesn't fall through. Like you see big chunks of ice is getting thrown everywhere and you see some half frozen fish inside of it.
Guys, did we secure the thing in the bag?
Just a moment, and I'll get the hill giant back in the bag.
Okay. So with some difficulties, you manage to push the whole dead-ass hill giant back in the bag of holding. All right, so Reese is out. You have a leech on you, which might do something. We'll see. Buddy is not finding any frogs. I assume you're moving forward.
Yeah, but Aricus is definitely keeping like a 20 feet distance to Rhesus at all times.
Okay,
And she's not like subtle about it.
that's fair. Okay.
She keeps spinning
That's-
after him.
Yeah. So you will. It should be noted, Reese's, that you are feeling pretty nauseous as you walk. It's not a huge restriction to what you can do yet, but it's just so you know.
Silas, can I have my stick back?
Oh, yeah, sure.
And I grab my stick
Noted.
and place it back in my bag.
Pants.
You're walking through the snow. You're finally leaving the castle behind. As you are moving through the snow in the darkness, it's very difficult to see anything. You have a shallow light source from Goldrick's glowing sticks, but the snow is pouring down and the visibility is poor. However, In the distance, you see in the darkness a figure is moving towards you. What do you do?
Can't see anything. Should I throw the stick at him?
Yes, do it.
And I chuck it.
His Lumo
Okay,
stick.
roll attack then.
Well, I'm not trying to hit him, but just towards him. Wouldn't it be more like
It's
a...
an
Okay.
underhandsattack.
Okay. Roll. I don't know. Roll dexterity.
That's a 6.
So you throw the stick, but you don't throw it very far. So it only goes a few meters in front of you, and it just sort of now you are left in the dark, and you only have one visible snow spot a few meters in front, and you see the character is still moving towards you.
But we can't see him. I have dark vision.
Yeah, me too.
Arcus has.
Well,
Because-
you don't have snow vision. Like,
Oh, that's true.
Oh, that's a good point. You don't have none of your snow vision, right?
Damn it.
So
Take the
So we can all fuck off with your dark vision all the time, seeing every shit, everything I put in every dungeon. God damn it!
Okay, so Arcus just moves slowly behind Charles and pulls out her dagger. Just
All right, just in
preemptively.
case. Okay, just,
I take my hand on my sword.
right.
Astro yells, "Who's there?"
And from the distance, you hear. I'm from the Asterias Postal Service. Is there an Astrolan Moonshadow here?
Oh, yes, that's me. That's
Oh,
me.
yeah. Okay, I have a letter for you.
Oh, thank you, Christopher.
Oh, can you just sign here?
Of course.
Oh, thank you very much. Would you be interested in taking part of? It's a you.
Please
You have
stop.
you have a chance to win
No
a year's
service.
supply of mint wine.
We actually like mint wine.
You just have to take a small survey. It only takes a few minutes.
Can you send it to us?
Yeah, I can send it with the post, of course. But then I have to come back here again, and it's sort of if you could. Okay.
I'm sorry, so you have it with you, but you have to send it to us.
Well, you asked me if I
You
could
have
send
it
to you.
memorized or what?
No, I have another letter with it.
Okay, so you can just give us the letter then.
Oh, right. Sorry, I'm new and new to this. Here you go,
Yeah.
and you get like a red envelope.
Cool, awesome.
Shut up.
So Arcus just takes the envelope. It's like, oh yeah, cool, and she just rips it into 2 pieces and chucks
Oh,
it.
he looks so sad.
Do you have any letters for me, Charles of Stonehaven?
Yes,
Oh.
I do actually. Here you go. It's from your father.
Really?
He says he's disappointed in you.
Oh.
Why have you read this letter?
Oh,
Have you read another?
I haven't. Oh, I guess this is. I guess you're not gonna tip me now.
It's just on the envelope.
I'm sorry. It's first week of the job.
You know what? And Arcus picks up like the broken envelope. I'm gonna really fill out this survey now.
Oh, you don't have to actually. It's not mandatory to receive letters by the Asterias Postal Service.
It's not?
No, you don't have to fill out the survey to get post in the future. So no need to answer that. Forget I was here. Have a nice day. Bye. And he walks out in the darkness again.
At least I got a letter from him this time. But what does your letter say?
So Astro opens the letter, and it says, "To Astro, we need you, Eldritch." I don't know who the Eldritch is. Do you guys know that? It might be another Astro. He forgot my last name.
What's happening? Why do you get 2 letters in?
Don't listen to him. I think Charles is just a bit sad because he only got 1 letter from his dad.
Oh.
Which he didn't even get to read.
No, that's fine.
I think in some episode we have to start the episode by you reading the letter from your dad instead of reading diary sections. Dear Charles.
I just imagine Charles like writing his father a lot of paragraphs and his dad is just like, oh, okay, or something in his letters.
he draws a thumbs up in calligraphy.
Yeah.
All right. So you move on in the snow. you arrive after long travels in Cryophoros. It's a city built into the mountains. The houses are short and broad. The streets are laid with cobblestone, and you notice that there are ice sculptures outside of every home and every house. Maybe who is well known in history here? I think Charles is the most academically inclined, unfortunately.
What?
Well,
I assume he has a formal, like a...
formal education.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh my God,
He's from a rich family, so...
yeah.
I'm proficient in history.
Okay.
But that's fine.
We both are.
Yeah, and they probably rewrite history books and stuff.
Okay, I'm just so sorry.
Fine.
The rich boy has a rich boy education.
Okay. Reese's
No,
roll.
I don't want to roll now. It's just like Charles roll. He's rich.
God damn it, Charles roll history.
A
Probably
role paid
all
for by
history can
slave
tell
laborers.
him is like the superiority of humans or something.
Damn.
That's a 9.
Nice roll, Charles.
Thanks.
Okay. So for a 9, you do remember that these ice sculptures has some sort of religious meaning, or maybe not so much religious as a cultural tradition. But you can't really put your finger on why they're there.
What do they picture?
It's various things. Like some of it is clearly some old hero of some warrior in a battle position. Some is creatures, animals, even dragons from here and there. Like it's really all kinds of things. There are no specific restrictions to what the sculptures can picture.
Are there any people?
There are plenty of people, but they seem to keep a distance. The
That's
people,
wise.
Yeah, the people you see are mainly Ergenashis, which is a race that is most commonly associated with blue skin, and are very slim, sort of mid-range, tallish people, very like humanoid, but are very familiar. Like they are easily recognizable from like the bluish skin color they have. But they all seem to keep a distance. The only street light you see are these lamps that are placed, 20 meters of distance in between them. However, each street lamp seems to contain some tyramid. However, the enclosure of the tyramid is some sort of steel cage with a large lock on it. So, every street lamp is fairly heavily guarded for the tyramid inside of it. And you see that there are a few people from here and there, but they sort of keep in the dark mostly, and they keep a healthy distance to you. They're not running away from you, but they're not approaching you either, saying, "Oh, hi, how are you doing?"
What is their reaction to body? They don't care, or it's just...
They seem scared, but they don't seem that frightened. I think they're surprisingly calm. You walk into the city, and the first thing you see is something called Glacial Inn, which is a local tavern. You can see that there's more light in there and more people and maybe some sort of music, and it looks like something that could be beer getting shoved around inside of the shop. But in front there's a guard. So right now you're not really in the city center yet, but well, you have access to a map and the listeners unfortunately don't, but you can imagine yourself being placed in the early stages of the city. Cryophoros is a rather large city, so you're sort of at the outskirts.
So maybe we should go and get a room?
Do you think they want to talk to us? Do you think we are
They
allowed
don't
to?
look like they want to talk to us.
So how sure are we can get a room?
Well, we can always try.
That is true. So just at the inn?
I don't know where else we can get a room, so I guess we will...
Can ask whoever if you can stay with them. Okay, let's just go to the
It's
inn.
getting crazy. I don't think...
I think while they're having this conversation, Silas has been like staring after the leech and like seeing if he can find anything, and then he'll try to grab the leech and get it off. It's
Okay.
been like, what, half an hour? Something?
Yeah, something like that. Let's do a medical check on that.
It's gonna kill me.
Again.
16.
16 is very good. So you see that the leech actually seems sick. So maybe some of the sickness actually have been sucked out of Rhesus's body. So that definitely could be interpreted as a positive sign.
Yeah.
But you also know that the few patients you have treated with this disease have not been very successful treatments. But some effect it does seem to have. So that also means that some of the sickness or some of the sick blood are contained within the leech at this point. So you have that sick blood for experiments and investigations and such. Yeah, maybe an idea.
just pushing that out there. All right. So you take the leech off the neck of Rhesus, and you don't have to roll another d4 in damage. You approach the tavern, and there's a guard in front who says, "Hold, entrance fee," and he puts out a big hand. He, compared to the rest of the people in the city, doesn't look to be a Ergenasi, but rather a Goliath, which is in a family line with the giants, so he's rather large.
What's the fee?
5 gold each.
Just to enter?
Yep.
5 gold?
Yep.
Charles?
I think we can find something better. 5 gold. Not even the greatest inns in Stonehaven cost so much.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. That's the fee.
I think this is true scam.
It's bleak times.
If it's bad times, then you should lower your fee so you get less bad times. So you actually earn money. How many visitors do you get that paid the 5 gold entry fee?
Well, we have the same amount of visitors as we always do, but we need to raise up the fee to keep up with the rising prices of Tyramid. It's incredibly expensive, and the resources that we get sent here is less and less every time. If it's your first time here, you probably don't think about it, but all the street lamps are enclosed in the cages because they're scared that they're going to steal the Tyramid for the street lamps.
But are the street lamps that important that you just don't keep the Tyramid?
Well, if we don't have it, then we always live in complete darkness.
Well, heat also, right?
Well, yeah, people use Tyramid for heat as well, but not a lot is generated from the lamps.
So how do people stay warm?
Well, they have their own Tyramid supply in each home.
Oh.
So yeah, tough times. We need to raise the prices to stay ahead. But there are cheaper inns or taverns if that's of more your taste.
Yeah, can you point us that way?
Sure. And he points to an inn very close by on the other side of the streets. Not more than 20 feet away, you see a very teared down inn. There are few people in there, but it seems very quiet. You didn't notice it was an inn before it was mentioned, compared to this that seems more lively. But there are a few other peoples in there. A bit light, and it's called Aurora's Embrace. So you want to go to the Crabby Inn, or you want to go to the nice place?
I think we'll take the Crabby Inn.
Sure, you're lost, man.
Rhesus turns around and walk over there.
We walk along, I guess.
You don't have to.
The negotiation tactic, I guess.
Stay confident.
You move over to the Krabby Tavern, and it's not looking too well because some of the windows are broken, and the door that you open are generally not very well placed on its hinges. You do notice something rather peculiar about all these houses, which is that the doors are extremely large compared to the size of the house. So all the houses are rather short, so they're broad and very short, but they have huge ass doors on it. So you open this door into the Krabby Tavern, and there's like a few, like 4 or 5 people in there looking around. At the bar, there's some kind of bar maiden trying to clean up the table, which seems pointless given the state the table are in. And she's like, welcome, travelers, right?
Yes.
Can I get you anything? Anything at all?
What do you have?
What are you looking for?
Cures for the plague?
Do you
have
sorry?
that?
The plague?
No, just a cure, like a general
A cure?
Yeah.
Well, my dad always said that a beer cures everything.
We'll get a lot of those.
But he never was around much. Anyways, you can have a beer, no worries.
A beer for all.
No, I don't drink.
And a water.
Sure thing. That's 1 silver a person. Is that okay?
Of course.
Okay, good. So she comes over and she gives you 4 beers and a water. And she's like, "Why? Okay. What do you want? Any food, or do you want to stay for the night? We also have some bread. Is there anything you want to buy or anything?"
Can you point us to the nearest library, actually?
Sorry.
Do I have a library here?
Sure. Yeah. No, yeah, sure. We have a... It's not very often that people come and ask for the library. I can't remember the last time I've been in there, but sure, no. So right over the bridge, and she points out of the tavern, right over the bridge, and then you go to the left, then you'll see a small shop with like a sign with a book on it. pretty easy to find from there.
Do you know anything about, well, a disease that sort of killed people in the area?
Do you mean poverty? She laughs. Because that kills many people.
Nope.
She laughs nervously.
Nope. No, not really.
Wow. Jesus.
And so she goes, no, I'm not. I don't know too much about medicine, herbs, magic, and such.
So
such
people
things.
aren't really, dying, and there's weird black shit
not
oozing out of them.
from strange diseases.
Convenient.
It's I guess it's convenient.
Thank you for the beer.
Good for
You can
you.
keep the change, and I give her 1 gold coin.
She looks at it. I sorry, sir, but it was only 1 silver piece per person.
You can keep the change.
Wow. She's blown away. Wow, thank you so much. And you see that the people nearby are sort of like looking over at you. You've grabbed the attention of the people nearby. And there's
And they're getting ready to rob us.
They take out their knives. And
These people asking weird questions about sickness and having a lot of money.
Is
Of
this
course you're
Charles
wrong.
flirting?
I don't know if Charles would know that he's flirting.
Okay, yeah.
well,
he just pays up.
Yeah.
You're doing a great job so far.
By giving the woman a lot of money.
Yeah, he's
That
getting
how it
laid.
That's the way to do it.
He's getting
Might
laid.
be Charles's way to
let's
flirt.
cut that
That's what
out.
I was thinking.
All right.
But Arik has definitely rolled her eyes when he gave her the gold coin.
Yeah.
And it's not even that she can't, give it to her. It's more like, oh, Charles. Prick. Rich prick.
The worst thing is, I think Charles would find it annoying that you ask a lot of questions for this woman about a sickness.
Well, we're trying to save a guy's life.
Yeah, and that's why we're going to the library.
Well, yeah, but isn't it weird that none of these people that live 20 minutes away from somewhere where a lot of people died don't know anything about it?
Don't you think it's a bit weird that 5 strangers goes into a bar and ask a lot of questions about a sickness?
It's
Well,
a good joke.
it's not,
Where's the
oh, have you
punchline?
heard about the murders nearby? I mean, it's a disease. That's common talk. I feel like that's stuff
don't
my
know
mom
if
would
that's-
talk about with the neighbors. Oh, yeah, have you heard everyone's getting the flu lately? Like, that's a thing.
I don't think it's a common thing that, oh, have you heard about this specific thing that kills people that we just came in? Like, we are 5 strangers. Like, we just came in asking about a sickness. Like, I would assume that we had the sickness if someone just came up to me and asked about a local sickness.
This is all in character, by the way.
This is, as Charles and Eric has.
I find it strange to
And
call him
I
a
think
guy
that's
and not a friend.
a normal thing to assume, given that Arcus is probably sitting at a different table and yelling across the room because she's not trying to be close to Reese.
So the barmaid goes, so anyway, nice to have you here. And she pulls away. You haven't sitting for a long time before one of the other customers of the tavern approaches you. It's a sort of dwarven-looking person.
Damn.
A very low
guy.
Look
it's
at
a
that
low
receding
rish.
hairline.
Yeah.
He
That's
probably
the
has a
theme.
shitty life.
Yeah.
What? No, he looks cool. He's got the beard to make up for it.
Damn. You heard it here first.
He comes over and is like, oh, hey, my name is Grit. Are you new people in town?
Yes?
Oh, it's so nice to meet you. It's always good to meet strangers. My name is Grit. How are you? And he tries to shake your hand. Is it okay I sit? Sure.
Okay.
So what brings you here, huh?
The road?
I know all about the road. I've been there many times. Oh, that road will get you places, right? I'm thirsty.
Oh, this sounds like real life.
If there's anything you need, any information, anything you want to know about the city, you can always ask old Grit here. You know, he's been places by the road, you know, right? Yeah, nudge. Yeah.
We will keep that in mind. Thank you.
Have you been to a sort of like a castle down the road? Like a sort of castle fort thing down the road, maybe, 20 minutes, half an hour?
Yes.
Do you know what it's for?
Yes, that's sort of tax collectors inn, I would call it.
It's where all the taxes are collected when you move in and out of the Frosthold clan's land.
Ah.
But I rarely go to places where they collect taxes, if you know what I mean.
But it's by the road, so, you know.
Yeah.
Really miss it.
I've been there. I take the different roads.
I've seen a lot of tax collectors here lately looking for something or someone.
No, we normally pay taxes once a year. So we don't see them very often. I've seen I can't remember what I've seen. What have I seen?
Maiden,
that
beer,
memory.
please.
Beer,
sure.
please. He comes over and he's that's so nice of you. And he starts drinking it. Now I remember. And he almost chucks the beer. So he's down to like 20% of the beer after the first go through. And he's like, yes, what I've seen. I've seen some moon people from Havenspires moving around up here for some, I don't know what they're called.
Twilight Conclave?
Yeah, sure. They have that half moon emblem on their armor or whatever. Yeah, no, they've been poking around, asking questions, which is strange. We don't normally see those kind of people here. They're over in the fancy pansy place right now.
What kind of questions?
Asking, they were looking for some people, I think. They're asking around if we've seen some, I can't really remember. They have this flyer, and he pulls out a flyer, and you see it says bounty for the Zodiac Club, and you see there's no drawings on it, but there's a vague description of all you guys, and the names are not totally correct. So one of them is Charlie, an arrogant rich boy from someplace. And the other one is Eric's small and aggressive. And it says like Risa's tiefling. And then, like it has these very
what a description.
It's like just putting black person.
So yeah, he's like, they're asking around if we receive some people like that, but if old Grit have met those people, I would have said it immediately, but I haven't.
Of course. It's a big bounty though.
You probably would have taken it yourself, right, Grit?
Of course I would. No, old Grit never misses a person that comes in out of city.
Of course.
So if they are here, I will have found them immediately.
Wait, not a single one?
Not a single one. I see everyone.
So the tax collector's castle, it wasn't the Twilight people, the Moon people. No.
They normally the Twilight people come by with Tyramid as they provide it to the north. And they would go through the tax collector's area.
And pay, or...
Yeah, exactly. They pay to get the goods and the resources up here, and then they sell it, like
right.
Import-export.
Where do they come from?
I'm not sure. I guess they have some Tyramid mines somewhere. Not too familiar with where they get the resources from.
Do they own them?
Yeah, Havenspire, and therefore the Twilight Conclaves own the rights and the licenses to the Tyramid mines, which is... honestly, why we have so many problems here up in the north.
So they just sit on the market? And
yeah,
they're the only one
yeah.
being able to deliver
Yeah,
to
it's pretty tough because strictly speaking, Havenspire and the Frosthold clans area is not politically intertwined at all. Like, in principle, we are separate countries and regions, but we are pretty heavily dependent on the resource of Tyramid from Havenspire, so they do have some... my throat is so dry. I can't even...
Yeah, you were beginning to make sense and sound sober by the end there.
Yeah, I'm sorry. She comes over to another beer and you can detach another silver piece from your...
But so before the Twilight Conclave came here, how did you get Tyramid then?
Well, supposedly we had some mines of our own, but apparently they ran dry, I was told. So no one is in there anymore. Which is surprising because, like, we have a lot of mountains. But I'm not a mountaineer or miner or anything. I don't know anything about that stuff.
Do you know anyone who is?
It's been some years since the mines run dry. I suppose we have some blacksmiths in town. So I don't know how much you know about that, but blacksmithing is the finest, or used to be the finest profession here in Cryophoros. Because since you don't have any flames to heat up the iron or with, you have to use Tyramid. And since it's a scarce resource, using the least amount of tyramite to heat up the iron to the right temperature to work with it is sort of an art, and is considered a very skillful and respectable profession here. So the best blacksmiths can create the nicest weapons with the least amount of tyramite. But they would have most connections because they are the one that gets the supplies of iron and tyramite and all that stuff. So they would probably know some miners. So there are a few blacksmiths if you go to the city center over the bridge as well. It's a nice beer. Thank you so much.
No worries, of course, for my good friend.
Is there anything else you're looking for?
Well, I don't know if we are looking for it, but I find your stories very interesting. Like these tax collectors, like they're looking for these people, right?
Yeah.
But are they also mining for something else, or are they just here?
So sure. No, we don't normally see them up here, so it's sort of surprising at all to see Twilight Conclave.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Havens, the big city folks.
The big
They
city
don't normally
folks
come up here.
that don't understand how it is for people like us.
That's damn right. Cheers. Damn right, man. No.
But Grit,
Yeah.
you said they're in the fancy tavern.
Yeah. They
Did
have
they-
the money.
Did they stay here in the city?
They have been here a few days actually. Yeah, they are always they're always looking at the Ever Ice in the middle of the city. I'm not sure.
The Ever Eyes.
Yeah, it's a large sculpture we have. So here in Cryophoros, we are very interested in the Northern Lights. Some of the older folks here, they praise it sort of as a god in a way, and they're really keen on having large ice sculptures and monuments because if you can reflect the Northern Lights onto your front door, then it means good luck from the god, sort of a blessing. And we have a huge monument, a large column of ice in the middle of the center of the city. And inside it is an anvil, which is supposed to be some kind of heavenly anvil. It's very large, size of a horse, I tell you. It was supposedly Hephaestus anvil. It's a god of blacksmithing or something like that. And supposedly he used to use that huge-ass anvil to create weapons for the guards, but I don't know, that's just stories. And that's trapped in the Ever Ice. But they always look at that, I don't know why.
Weird.
You can't get through it anyway. It's called the Ever Ice because it doesn't melt. So...
Nothing gets past you.
No, that's damn right, that's true. Grit is always have a keen eye. People always say this. Grit, you have a keen eye. And I say, yes, you're damn right, I do.
Nice, Grit.
I love Grit.
Just feel like I've met him in real life.
Yeah. But if you are here as a tourist, you should definitely go see the monument, the Ever Ice. It's very beautiful, especially if the Northern Lights hits it just right.
We might go now.
Before we go, you don't know of any other like artifacts, like or just like legends of the area.
I'm sorry, I can't
Maiden.
It's just my throat is so dry.
Bar Maiden.
She comes over, another beer, and he's like, sorry, it's a condition I have. It's called dry throat.
Oh wow!
Oh.
It's artifact.
Like
you mean
a
like
stick or?
Well, there's a stick on the anvil.
With rune carvings on it.
I don't know. Maybe.
That would be weird, because a stick... I'm not a blacksmith, but usually you don't have sticks on anvils.
But yeah, no, there's some stick on the anvil. But there's also a large hammer, which is supposed to be some great weapon.
What? Why didn't you tell us about the hammer first?
I didn't.
It's larger than a stick.
Well, I thought you were looking for something strange. I thought the stick was very strange.
Oh, that is right.
Oh, right. Good point. Once again.
Keen eye
I do
Grit.
have a keen... that, you know, they call me that. I've heard people call me that. Keen eye Grit. Yeah.
Well, we gotta go.
Thank you for your company.
Oh, okay, of course. I'll see you guys later, right?
Yeah, of course.
On the road, right?
On the road.
Great guys. And Grit leaves the table. It is at this point you hear movement outside the door that you originated from. You hear some steps that walks out in the snow, and it stops in front of the door. And you hear there's knocking on the door. What do you do?
We open the door.
You open the door, and in the doorway you see a small elf in brown and orange clothes and a cap, and says, "This is the Asterias Postal Service. I have a letter for Astrolan Moonshadow. Is that you?"
No, that's not me.
That's me.
guy?
That's me.
Oh, right, here. Here you go, sir. And he hands you an envelope. And he says, "Can you sign here?"
Yes, of course.
"Oh, thank you very much." And he looks at you, and he said, "I'm John.
Hi, John.
Would
Hi,
you
John.
like to take a survey, customer survey? You can win prizes."
No, thank you. That's always.
Okay, so Eric has roll perception.
11.
All right, from 11, you see that John has a fake mustache. And it's really Christopher, the former post office guy that you tormented in disguise. But as he saw the letter he had to hand in, he was afraid to meet you guys again after the last encounter, so he disguised himself.
Why does he still want us to fill out the survey?
He's really committed to making customers filling out the surveys. He's really focused on that.
I think Arikas just looks at him and shakes her head.
It only takes 3 minutes to fill out the survey.
Really?
And you can win many things. You can win a year's supply of stamps.
Wow.
That means unlimited mails.
Unlimited
Free
mail.
Huh.
Right. Yeah. When you have if you subscribe to our unlimited stamp subscription, you get what we call easy mail, or email for short. And with easy mail, you never have to think about stamping ever again. You just send it, and it goes through every time.
Huh.
Wow, that's actually
that's-
very
yeah.
convenient.
Yeah. We also have a sorting system, so if we see you get letters that are spam or fake letters, we incinerate them for you.
Oh, so
Oh.
nice.
Because you read all the mail.
No. Oh, sorry. And he sweats, and you see the mustache fall off. And he's like, I have to go.
John,
No.
you forgot your mustache.
And your survey.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
guys.
And he's out.
I mean, why do we get another letter now?
So Astro opens the letter. Oh, guys, wait. This is a third letter for me. It says they need me in Haymarket. And things are running very square. They have nothing to do. They just need a Zodiac Master. I think I have to help them this time.
Oh, wow. But
What about us? We also need a Zodiac Master.
Well,
That's
I'm not
right.
sure that's how I would put it.
How will I get my weekly horoscope?
Oh, I'll give it to you by mail.
Oh,
Charles.
okay. fair enough.
If you fill out the survey, you might get the easy mail subscription.
I would actually like that one.
Yeah.
I'll hand Astro the survey.
All right. You get the survey. You have to answer a few questions. You have to, on a scale of 1 to 5, how happy are you with Asterias Post Office?
5.
You write 5 on every question?
Yes. Everything.
Okay. Good to know. Now you just have to hand it in at your local post.
The post office
service.
somewhere.
Local post office, yeah. But anyways. And this was, I think we can say this now, unfortunately for some time, the last episode Christopher, or aka Astrolan Moonshadow, would participate in, as he is traveling to Australia with his work and will then have some time of leave from the podcast. But he will return when he returns back to Denmark in 6 months or something like this. Yes. And with that, I think I can say on behalf of everyone in the group, thank you, Christopher, for playing so long, and we can't wait to get you back here at the table. And thank you for listening to the 9th episode of Lost in Asteria. If you like the music in this podcast, you should check out Tabletop RPG Music. They are an amazing collection of music for your tabletop role-playing games like this. So please go check it out if you want to upgrade the music in your home games.